Hi everybody, it's Usernamekate and welcome back to my channel. Today I am here in France, in Montpellier, for the launch of Suzuki's V-Strom 800 RE. So if you're interested to find out more about this bike and exactly how it rides, then keep watching and I'll play the intro. Well everybody, it's time to ride the Suzuki V-Strom 800 RE. Oh! Poke, pull, we love it. So this is their road biased V-Strom. The 800 DE, what stands for Dual Explorer, came out earlier this year and they have added to the platform, the 800 platform, with the RE. So we gotta get out of the city. Gracias. Oh no, merci. Merci beaucoup. Okay guys, so we've got the same engine. Oh, we're all revving. We've got the same engine as the V-Strom 800 DE. The engine still feels potent and punchy. A very strong engine. We've got 776cc. We have a parallel twin format. The bike produces 81.7 brake horsepower and 72 Newton meters of torque. And we've got a double overhead cam, and we've got Suzuki's cross balancer shafts for limiting vibration on this model. So yeah, I absolutely love the 800 Suzuki engine. I love it in the GSX 8S. I've been on track with that bike and loved it. I loved its grunt, and I love the engine in the V-Stroms as well. So yeah, mega excited to be on the 800 RE today. I absolutely adored the 800 DE, and although this shares a lot of stuff with the DE, there's also quite a lot that's different. Now the RE is notably the more road focused version, so we've got the changes that you would expect. We have a 19-inch front and a 17 rear, whereas on the DE we've got a 21-inch front, so that is just designed to help with the handling of the bike, you know, for road riding generally. They're not spoked, they're cast aluminium, well, 7 spoked, but not like the proper spokes. And we've actually got Dunlop tubeless tyres on this. Not only do we have a smaller front wheel for a more road focused and comfy ride, we also have different ergonomics on this bike. So with the foot pegs, they're rubber covered to help lessen, you know, vibration when you're touring and you're on the bike for hours and hours on end. Not only do we have rubber covers on the pegs, they're also in a different position. So they're actually 14mm set back and 7mm higher. And then again with the bars. So with the bars we've got some different ergonomics as well. The bars are further forward, I think by, I want to say by 23mm. And forward by 13. So the bars are, you know, obviously we're not talking jigsaw style, but they are less upright than the DE. And those ergonomics are just designed to give you a little bit more front end feel when on the bike. Oh, there's so much grunt. So one of the things I can tell you that this, I know for an instant fact, is it handles so much better than the DE. Oh my goodness, So with this, we've got reduced travel in the forks because it's just not necessary. So we've got 150 mil of travel, and we've got a smaller front wheel, and it makes such a difference to the road ride. I mean, don't get me wrong, you take this off-road and, you know, it's not got a 17-inch front, it is still a 19, so it will be competent in the right hands off-road, but that 21 just makes it a weapon off-road and green laning, in my opinion. So it's different, you know, strokes for different folks really, but yeah, this with the intention of being a better road bike, oh, Suzuki have nailed the brief. Nailed it. Another thing that's good for shorties like me at 5'4", the bike is a lot lower than the V-Strom 800DE. But with this, we've got a seat height of 825 mil. You know, probably down to the fact that we've got lesser travel in the forks, we've got smaller wheel. It all contributes to a nice lower ride. But if you're quite tall and you feel like you benefit from a taller bike, but you still want the road going capabilities, you can get a tall seat. Same if you're quite short and you're still struggling with an 825 mil seat height, you can make it much lower with a low seat. Ergonomically as well, we have a taller and wider screen that is adjustable in 15 mil increments. The only problem is you need to get some tools to change it. It's not something you can do on the fly. I thought this might be a bit of a pull-up for the screen, but it isn't. But I suppose screens are quite personal to you, and once you've got it set, I can imagine you'd be happy having it set for how you like, and then you don't really have to worry about it anymore. But in the standard position, it's great. My eye line can see over it, it's not in my way, it doesn't feel annoying, and it's pretty good at blocking the wind. So yes, there's a fair few things been done to make it more road orientated. So suspension at the front, we've got the separate function forks, big piston, they are upside down forks, again 150 mil of travel, and they are preload adjustable. On the rear we have a, again, Showa Link type monoshock, which is preload and rebound adjustable, and we've got a little hand knob, a hand knobberoo to adjust it easier. Yeah, that's another little thing, like stood up on this bike is so comfy that if you did want to, you know, take it doing a little bit of light green laning, but you predominantly road, you know, it's a lovely position. Woohoo! Back on the road. So we've just done a little stop for some tracking and some photos and all that good stuff, and now we're on our way to the restaurant for some grub. The mirrors when your speed's getting up there are a bit vibey. Yeah, one thing that I like about the 800 platform is they're all just real easy bikes to ride. Mega easy bikes to ride. So with this bike we've got a ride-by-wire throttle, we've got a slipper clutch, we've got a quick shifter and auto blipper, and I must give Suzuki the credit where credit is due. Their quick shifters and blippers are some of the smoothest and most reliable in terms of actually working when you want them to on the market. Well guys, we've just had dinner and now our bellies are full and we're heading back to base via some real twisty roads. Now, The V-Strom 800 RE shares the same dash. So we've got a 5-inch colour TFT display. We've got day mode, what it's in now. We have a night mode, which is a black background. So yes, with the dash we have a lot of things that are similar on the 800DE. Notably, we have the same modes, so we have A for active, B for basic and C for comfort. I've been in A mode most of the morning, but I figured I'd try out B just to give it a go, and it's quite nice. Just a nice throttle response, but we've still got all the power available, which is good. We have 3 levels of traction control, 3 being the most intrusive, 1 being the least, but we can also just switch it off completely. Oh, these roads, so flowy, and you know what? It just feels so planted. 5th gear that. It was happy, it handled it. Yeah, it handles so much better than the 800DE. It tips into bends better as well. They must have done something with the steering head geometry or steering angle, because it definitely tips in better, that's for sure. Blipper is gorgeous. Ooh. The brakes at the front, we've got twin discs, we've got Nissan 4-pot radially mounted calipers. Oh, these roads, the brakes work great. Nice. Nice and fruity. Nice and spicy. We're not even in A mode. Oh, these roads, they weren't lying when they said put the cameras on for these. They weren't lying. They're awesome. Oh, this seat is mega comfy as well. Mega comfy. It just feels like kind of cut out. Oh, I like a workout on a launch. I like a workout. Tell you what, the blipper is smooth, silky smooth. So electronically, Suzuki boasts some little things like low RPM assist, which is great for, you know, just assisting you in not stalling it. It gives you a little bit of revs when you're letting that clutch out, but just enough. The computer's got a brain, it knows just how much to give, just to stop it stalling. And then we've got Suzuki's quick start, which is so funny because Mike rides Suzuki's a lot and he loves Suzuki's, and then when he gets on another bike that's not a KTM obviously because they share the same software, but he'll go to just press it one time and it'll always not start. It'll just... Oh, I love roads like this. Love, love, love them. You just sweep round for days and days and just excellent. Okay, so we're doing a bit of filming. So this is where I have to kind of try and look cool on the way down. Not that I think I've got a cool bone in my body, but we'll give it a try. But yeah, the bike, I'm loving the bike. Just to quickly summarise, I think it's wonderful. I think it's bloody wonderful. I absolutely love the V-Strom 800DE. And there's just aspects of it which are obviously its intended purpose to make it miles better on the road, and it honestly is. Sorry, I was concentrating on looking like a gimp. I was trying to look fast without going fast. But yeah, absolutely. Really enjoying my time with the V-Strom. It's so easy to ride. It's like adventure bike format, accessible height. Yeah, the weight is 223 kilograms, which is 7 kilograms less than the big DE, but it doesn't feel like a heavy bike. The suspension is more firmer for on the road, which is just great when you're, you know, trying to do a bit of road riding stuff. And yeah, I'm just loving it. So we've just got back in from a ride on the V-Strom 800 REs. These bikes retail at £9,699 at the time of filming, and they're available in 3 different colours. We have the blue, black, and then a metallic-y, steely green colour as well. Now, I love the V-Strom 800DE. I absolutely love that bike on the road. I like how plush it feels. I like the really long travel just for its comfort, but because of that long travel and that big front wheel, handling in the twisties is kind of sacrificed for it. And I felt like when I rode the Transalp, that felt more road focused and better handling than the V-Strom 800DE, because the DE is so good for the off-roading side of things. So I am so glad that Suzuki brought out the V-Strom 800 RE, because this bike, in my opinion, for the price, is another level. It's just like the DE, but so much more equipped for the road, so much better. Honestly, we've been throwing it around bends today like it's a GSX 8S, and it's just lapped everything up. It's not complained. ABS on this is phenomenal. I mean, for journalistic purposes only, I put it to use. Just, you know, you're coming up something a bit too hot, brake, the ABS, it was like, nice one, you had my back, thank you Suzuki. So yeah, it's a safe bike, it's a forgiving bike, but it's also a fun and surprisingly fast bike as well. We've literally not been hanging around on the twisties, we've had an absolute blast and it's been epic. Now, some of the best things for me about this is obviously the handling, phenomenal. I actually really like the comfort and the riding position of this. You feel so much through the front end, and I really, really like that. I love that the dash is pretty much the same. The dash is gorgeous, nice colour, options, day and night, just really, really nice. Another thing that is great about the V-Strom 800 RE is the seat height. So for somebody like me who is 5'4" with a 29-inch inside leg measurement, this is what it's like for me to sit on it. Now the bike has a seat height of 825mm, so if we get it off the stand, for me to have both feet down, we're on a tippiest of toe, but you guys know that that is fine for me, that's just my life. But you've got options to make it taller and lower. But the fact that I can, you know, reach the ground a lot more comfortably on this than the DE, is appealing. One of the things that I've noticed about this that I wasn't expecting was on the V-Strom 800DE, there is a lot of heat quite often from the right hand side of the engine. It's mega hot. But today I did not notice it on the RE. And I asked them, has anything kind of been changed to make it so it's not really hot? And we had a look, and we don't have a DE to directly compare, but I don't feel that heat, which is great. One thing that I think maybe a slight oversight is the lack of cruise control on this bike. I feel like if they'd have put cruise control on it and priced it a bit higher, you know, cruise control is a big thing for a lot of people, and something that might just tip somebody to buy the Suzuki V-Strom over the Transalp if it had that cruise control. Unfortunately it doesn't. I did ask Suzuki why they didn't put cruise control on this, and they said it was kind of a price versus tech situation where you start putting stuff on it and it ramps the price up, and they're just trying to find that right balance. So yeah, doesn't come with it. Also doesn't come with illuminated backlit switchgear, but a lot of the bikes don't in this category for this price. So, and also the bike doesn't come with heat grips, and Suzuki's options are very expensive, about £400. So if I was to own this bike, I'd definitely put a set of Oxford hot grips or R&G hot grips, whatever hot grips are aftermarket. I'd definitely be considering those over OEM personally. So guys and girls, that concludes my vlog. I hope you've enjoyed it. I mean, I've enjoyed filming it. It's been great fun today. The bike is super fun, friendly, unintimidating and forgiving, but at the same time sticks to the road like it's on rails, handles phenomenally, and the torque of it just puts a smile on your face. If you guys have any questions on the bike that I didn't manage to answer in the vlog, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll certainly try my hardest to answer them for you. If you've enjoyed this vlog, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It really helps my channel grow, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye.